Dependent. All right. We are up, we are live. What's going on, Daily Toasters? How y'all doing today?
That's not the Daily Toaster song.
What? That's not the Daily Toaster song? That is the Daily Toaster song. We sing it all day long. The Daily Toaster song. The Daily Toaster song. We sing it all day long. What's up, y'all? We got to start early this Kaumba morning. Great Kaumba to you, man. It felt good. I came home, got to sleep. I got me some ambrosia bottle. This is that pure, uncut. It just brings tears to my eyes that I'm able to produce such a marvel of nature and hold it in my hands. Look at that. Almost a gallon. This is not quite a gallon. But I got at least 5 more down the basement. And I got 2.5 brewing with that Justice League. And what's the Justice League? The Justice League is that lemon, lime, and ginger with cayenne. Now, why you call it the Justice League, Brother Hatim? Because, you know, it helps clear up a lot of stuff that's going on in this wintertime. But I call it that because it has that super lemon, which is Superman. Then you got the lime, which is Wonder Woman, right? Superman, Wonder Woman. Their powers are very similar, right? Then you got that ginger, which is that Batman, which helps them become more effective. And then you got that fast-acting red cayenne, which is the Flash. Justice League, right? So here we go. The black signal just went out.
It's not black
and
man, it's black man.
Oh, it's black man? Yeah, we got another one for that. That's in that Kwame where we put that black seed. That's the black man right there. Kwame get that black man drink. All right, so we are up. I need to see who is on here. I need to make sure that our speaker lines are open. I need to make sure that the Uber conference is on, which I forgot to do before I started the show. Because sometimes I'll be just excited to get started. You know what I'm saying, family? I mean, it's like, this is something that I really, really love. I love having the conversations with y'all. We're opening the lines this morning because we didn't get to finish the Proverbs from the Gye-Nyame Journey workbook. Yeah, tribal quotes. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for us to talk about these tribal quotes as well. So, we're going to do our toast, then we're going to get it in. And if y'all don't want to discuss the tribal quotes, lines will be open so that we could discuss some of the stuff that you need or that you feel that we need to discuss, right? So, let me go and before we do the introduction, I have to sign in to my speaker, which should have been done. Of course, y'all know I'm slipping. Of course. Brother Hatim slipping. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here with y'all, because y'all got my back. My daily toasters that are able to get up. Because I know some of y'all into the fitness, and y'all got to get up and do y'all workouts and stuff like that. Because like I said, we can't service our ancestors or our children unless we got it together, right? We got to make sure we got it together so that we can make sure that we doing what we supposed to be doing it to the most effective, being very effective in what we do. So we have to make sure that we together. So of course we got our glass, we got our water. We won't advertise, because one day the Daily Toasters will be sponsored by water companies, right? Because we advocate that before you do anything. Except this morning, I have had some coffee with some MCT oil and some bee pollen mixed in. You know what I'm saying? But and also been sampling some ambrosia, because part of the joy of being able to get the ambrosia is that I have the right to go on and sample, to make sure that it's up to standard, up to taste, want to make sure that it's right, because we will serve no ambrosia before it's time. I pledge that to you. We also have some interesting articles that I will look into, because I've been posting up a lot of stuff. And other people have been posting up stuff on Gye-Nyame Journey. And like I said, if you want to help us populate our page, by all means, let us know. Because like I said, man, it's like we need help. I need help writing on this newsletter. I want to do something monthly. I can't do it. I can do it, but I don't want to do it all by myself. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? Spread the love. Spread the love, Brother Hatim. Spread the love. I'm going to launch the chat app. And first off, I forgot. I need to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Oh, I love it when she's on point. Thank you, Anime. Thank you. Give me 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have a phoenix, y'all don't even understand. You see, I got a phoenix in the house, right? Keep, better than a guard dog. You know what I'm saying? Because, motherfucker break up in here and they see a bird on fire. It's like, motherfuckers are like, yeah, get the fuck up out my crib. Right? And also, we want to send shots out because, this is a Heart of a Simba production. Of course, this is the Daily Toast. We got us a spirit line up in here as well. It's not the regular line. No. This is a spirit line. Right? Go and break up in. Come on up in here if you want. Right? Come on. Phoenix and the spirit lion. And on top of that, we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Oh, we got a spirit explosion as well. Shit. Yo, we be getting those spirit beings here at Gye-Nyame Journey, right? I know y'all be like, Brother Hatim, what you talking about spirit beings? Every time somebody bring up something spiritual on the show, you be the first to slap them down. You always talking to spirituality, but yet and still you try to destroy when people come on here and talk about spirit. Nah, it's not that I'm trying to destroy it. What I'm saying is, if I'm going to practice it, it has to be practical. What do you mean, Brother Hatim? See, spirituality for me is about relationships. It's not about a book. It's not about some of the shit that some other people be talking about. It's about relationships. You want to see how spiritual somebody is? Check out their relationships around them. Check them out. I'm serious. You really want to see the spirituality of a person? I challenge you to look at this individual's surroundings. Look at their relationships. Look at how they deal with people. Look at how they deal with all people. Look how they deal with people like them. Just look at the relationships. And that will help define that person's spirituality. Because one of the things that I have learned in my short journey in life is that the most spiritual people don't waste their time trying to convert people to how they believe. They spend their time conversating with people to expand their own faith. Right? If I'm confident and I have a true relationship with what it is I say that I believe in, then you believing what you believe does not damage my relationship. As a matter of fact, it may strengthen my relationship, or it may bring questions up in my relationship that will cause me to have to go and find some other information that can strengthen me. By us not being able to ask questions about spiritual concepts, right, and have some shit unquestionable, puts us in a territory that I don't believe is safe. It puts us in a territory where we could be manipulated, because all the powers that be, regardless of what these powers that be may be, All they have to do is change the narrative just a little bit, and we won't question it. Why? Because it's the word of the Creator, it's the word of God, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I have that. And I am arrogant enough to know that nobody else got it. If I don't got it, nigga, you don't got the answers. My grandmother told me a long time ago. She was talking about some of the people that would come to our church. And she said, you know, I've been praising God for a long time. God ain't never really spoke to me, so I don't imagine God spoke to them. And these are motherfuckers. They sitting up here. She ain't saying like that though. You know what I'm saying? But the point was that she felt that if God didn't speak to her in the way that other people was talking about God spoke to them. Like, you know, you go someplace and say, God told me. And they will use God as the authority, so you can't question God. Since you can't question God, and you believe that this person has a certain relationship with God, and they say something, so this means that it came straight from God, it's coming through their mouth. You can't question that shit. My grandmother never believed that shit. Right? Just because you say you spoke to God, nigga, I don't know. It's a great possibility that you didn't. Right? So, I am hyped up today. Why? Because we have our warrior training. Now, before the warrior training, we will be having fitness dance that's going to be going on at the Millennium Community School. Those of you that receive my text and will receive my text, those that have questions, warrior training, of course, will take place over at the Millennium Community School. Today we got martial arts. We got African drum and dance. We're going to have our discussion. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be, I want to talk to some of the young people about some of the anime that they're watching, some of the TV shows that they're watching, so I could catch up on it and we can start adding that into our conversation, as well as I may be trying to teach them our style of playing Mancala, our cultural way of playing Mancala, to get us ready for this world that we are in. Right? One of the ways that you teach your children how to deal with the world is by the games that they play. The games that they play prepares them for life. Mancala is one of the best games that I have seen that can get your mind prepared to be able to work from our cultural perspective and be able to get in the world and understand how things work with the perfect move and the shark moves and the different ways of counting the beads and being able to count quickly. So you can mix in math, you mix in systems. You're learning to be able to predict. You're learning to take advantage in certain situations, and sometimes you're learning to sit back and wait. You know what I'm saying? Boom, great, a great skill set that can be used to help young people in what's going on, right? Monitoring the whole board. What is the board? In the game, the board is the world. Monitoring the whole thing. Making sure you're able to protect what's yours. Right? Sometimes letting stuff go. Other times, when it's your time, getting all your shit. Sometime winning, sometime losing. And learning from the losses, as well as learning from the wins. So family, I am hyped. 1 o'clock for all those G&Js, you know what I'm saying? All those, you know, hey, we meeting as adults from 1 to about 2 o'clock. I want to try to do it about 1 to 2 so that we can sit down and we can start doing some extensive planning about the future of where we're going, the preparations for Kwanzaa, the preparations for the future period. Because like I said, I'm still looking to trying to get a van. You know what I'm saying? Because the last van kind of fell through, so I'm glad I didn't start fundraising for that. But we do need to have some transportation available. And I got a new mix of ambrosia that I'm working on. Hey, Gina! No, better yet, Cleve! Come hither, please. Go over there and look in that crate of water and give me one of those jars that's in there. Be careful because I haven't screwed it on tight. So, I have a thing for apples. I don't like those regular big red apples. I like those fall apples that come out. And we got some fall apples. So, what I'm working on right now, this is apple ginger, right? Let this sit for a couple of days. I don't have a breather for this type of jar. And I didn't want to try to squeeze the apples down into this jar right here, because it'd be hell trying to get them out. You know what I'm saying? I actually could do it. I could blend it up. I might even blend it up and then pour it in. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we're going to see how this turn out. We're going to let the ambrosia work its magic on this apple. Eat this sugar up in these apples and this ginger. See what type of flavor we get. And we'll sample it right here on the journey. So stick around. You might be able to get a sip. You know? And if I like it and if it's not too explosive like some of my other mixtures, in the fall time I may be able to do that for other folks. Right now, that's just an experiment. That's that apple and ginger. Man, I'm feeling it right now. Get your water. Get your glass. You know what it is. You know what it is. Drink your water. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Man, crack the cap and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Look at that. That's a glass. Drink, 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 drink. Now move your body, drink some water. Oh. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Oh, shout out to CeeLo. Now lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Now lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Now lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Should we say, lift, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, drink, lift, move. Oh, damn. Let's try it again. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Take your breath. Lift your glass. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. All right, shouts out to Miss CeeLo. I see you up on the line. Shouts out to Tylee's Ladybug. I see you out there as well. Now, family, remember. The only 4 things, there's 4 pillars to health, right? On a new shirt that I'm working on, I got to get this past. I got to get this past my crew because, you know, getting these shirts out is not cheap. So, on there, we talk about, because, you know, we deal with a lot of numbers. So, we go, the concept of oneself, be able to deal with the 2 polarities, know the 3 levels of learning, Build your life on the 4 pillars of health. Unite the 5 parts of your being. Utilize the 6 emotions. Practice the 7 principles and acknowledge the 7 days. Recognize the power of the 8 and master at least one of the 9 areas of life. Wow. All right, so now 4 pillars of health. What are the 4 pillars of health? Family, we are suffering in our communities right now with a lot of useless diseases. Of course, disease is useless, but we got diseases. We're getting diseases that we don't need to have. And what I'm finding in the research that I've been doing is that we suffer from improper breathing, which means there's a way to breathe. And there's a way that if you breathe on a regular basis, mainly through your nose, every now and then taking them deep breaths, every now and then holding before you release your breath and breathing out, and adding some breathing practices to your regimen, you could go on and eliminate some of these, especially these autoimmune diseases. This just basically means that your immune system is attacked in your body. That means that there's an imbalance in your body. So boom, breathing is one of the key components of dealing with that. 2, not drinking enough water. Coffee, juice, tea, wine, liquor don't count as drinking. You need to drink water. Good water, not that sink shit. Okay? Good water. Right, here we go. Like I'm doing right now. Water and breath. Breath is the most important. Water is the second most important. Getting proper water in you. Brother Hatim, how much water should we live? How much water should we drink? You should drink half your weight in ounces every day. Then you're going to partake on your stuff, right? The next one is eating a culturally appropriate diet. What do you mean culturally appropriate? Every people came up with certain foods that were basically designed by nature for you, or better yet, your body adapted to those foods. As people of African descent, we have particular things that we need to add to our diet. For those that have questions, please go to the African Heritage Diet. Right? There are people in our community right now that are doing research and getting certified, if they are not already certified, in being able to demonstrate how to add culturally appropriate foods to your diet. Every culture develops a staple of foods. When you go to other countries, they eat certain things. They're not like us in America. In America, well, just now I can eat Greek. Tomorrow I can eat Italian. I can eat French. I can eat that shit over there. We can eat fast food, which is that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? We got so many choices, and we eat a whole bunch of different stuff. But when you go to other countries and you visit other countries, people's diets are very basic, right? And all I'm saying is, go on, do your Italian, do your Greek, but you have to add a variety of food, spices, oils that are culturally specific for you. All right? Let me see. Shouts out to CeeLo. Shouts out to Tylese. I see you out there. Dale Hollingsworth. What's up, my friend? I need to get one of them shirts ASAP and put me on the salesman committee to sell and promote such beautiful concepts. Got you, Dale. All right, because I got to go and print some more of these shirts up. Now, all the ones I got are black. And as CeeLo, for the ladies, I got pink, right? And I know some of y'all like, what about the days? I have to get enough orders for the different colors for the days, because each day has a color. So you see, I try to switch my shirts out when I can find them, because it's real life here with Gye-Nyame. Real life, as you can hear. The girls, and by the way, CeeLo, the girls are at, Sasha went to go get her hair done. Gina is here. She didn't hear me singing, so she wasn't able to participate with her usual rebellion of the no. You know what I'm saying? They got to rebel. All right, so let me see who else. All right, so one of the things I wanted to share with you. Now, right now, I'm reading a book. And It's called the Divine Nine or something. Heard about it. It's about secret societies. No, I'm not going into the conspiracy shit. This is a book by a brother by the name of Dr. Ian Smith, I think. And he was initiated into one of the secret societies at Harvard. And he's bringing up some good stuff, right? And when I say good stuff, see, because some people is looking like I'm trying to crack the code. See, black folks, listen. Stop trying to solve conspiracies and let's start creating conspiracies. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to combat a conspiracy, you set a conspiracy that will set you up at a certain level. See, once you start conspiring, because I want you to think about that. What does that mean? Conspiring. Once you start conspiring, oh, I forgot the fourth one. You're right, Christine. The fourth pillar is movement. Proper movement. You need to be moving. And we have cultural ways of moving too. That's why we got the African drum and dance. That's why we got the warrior training with the martial arts and the breathing and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now, but in this book, one of the things that you understand is that secret societies or societies within groups of people are developed to, one, promote education and the protection of that society. Where are our conspiracies? I've been working on a poem. I wrote this poem out years ago. I was never able to finish the poem or even start it. But the question was, where are our conspiracies? We say we want to be free. That means we have to conspire. That means we have to set up orders in which we are training people. We are training people, right? Because when I'm in school, I am mesmerized by the fact that we have black teachers, we have black men. None of us are really conspiring to educate our young people about who we are. Not only about who we are, but what your duty as a person is. I do what I do because it's my duty. It's my duty to protect our ancestors and protect that legacy, and to get people to start learning how to promote their own lineage. You know what I'm saying? Respecting where we from. I'm so sick of my people talking about, like I was talking to some young people yesterday, and you know, because I was trying to make a point to them, because I was trying to teach a class. I was going to teach them some breathing techniques, but I couldn't get to the breathing techniques because they couldn't take anything serious. And, you know, so I got into, this is what you up against. And what I'm bothered by is that a lot of y'all don't see yourself as black. And of course, when the girls say, I'm not black, I'm brown. I said, see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You're not even understanding the words that's coming out of my mouth because you know so goddamn much. You know, but I'm gonna stop right there for them. And I said, listen, this is what I need y'all to understand. I said, how many of y'all know and heard about Cardi B? Oh, I know about Cardi B. Ooh, I said, how many of y'all know about Nicki Minaj? Oh, I grew up with Nicki Minaj. Oh, I know about Nicki Minaj. I said, okay, how many of y'all know about the Migos? Oh, man, boom, boom, boom. And I could have spotted out a couple more. And they be like, I said, but how many of y'all know about Marcus Garvey? Oh, I know him. He was an old music artist. So you don't know about Marcus Garvey. I said, how many of y'all know about Booker T. Washington? How many of y'all know about Harriet Tubman? Now I want you to listen to the words. So how many of y'all know about Harriet Tubman? Oh, yeah, we know about Harriet Tubman. I said, what did Harriet Tubman do? She went and she freed slaves. I said, okay. Who were the slaves? See, our kids have even started talking about our ancestors in the third party, in the third person type thing, like they're not connected to it. If you say that Harriet Tubman was freeing the slaves, you're saying that like you're disconnected from what those people were who Harriet Tubman was going to get. She wasn't going to get no goddamn slaves. She was going to get your great-great-grandparents. Family, we got a long way to go. Because we're not conspiring for our own future. We're concerned about everybody else's conspiracies. Now we got aliens and all types of shit. Family, where is our conspiracy for us to move our young people and ourselves into a different place in life? This is it. This is very important. Where is our secret societies? Where, you know what I'm saying? Where is those groups? Oh, my fault. I'm getting busy. See, because I understand, I know what's coming for my kids. I understand the statistics. I know the difference between wealth and income. And I understand what statistics say and how they can be true or how they cannot be true. But I cannot help but to notice the kind of truth of that if we don't start doing something different by 2053, which is in my children's lifetime, 2053, which is in my children's lifetime and my grandchildren's lifetime, and I sit up here and I toast every day to our future, and for me not to take actions in the now to make sure that I'm able to secure that future, but the estimates are by 2053, the black family's wealth, the black family, the majority, over 50% will be at zero. The median wealth will be at zero. That's not income. Family, let's come on, get up out of that shit. Income is not wealth. Because you can't transfer income. You can transfer wealth from one generation to another. Now, what I want to read to you right now is an abstract of a paper by a dude by the name of Dr. William Daugherty Jr. And he wrote a paper called 40 Acres and a Mule in the 21st Century. He is professor of public policy studies of African and African American studies and economics at Duke University. Let me just read what he had right here. In general, a program of reparation is intended to achieve three objectives: acknowledgement of a grievous injustice, redress for the injustice, and the closure of the grievance held by the group subjected to the injustice. Three types of injustice motivate a program of reparations for black Americans. And we have to be very clear about that, because as black Americans, we have a specific claim on this country. Specific, very specific. And we got to stop letting it get watered down, family. It gets watered down. When we get into all this people of color talk and we allow everybody else to move in and to sample our Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Hell with that. All right? For reparation for black Americans. Slavery, the nearly century-long Jim Crow regime. Well, these are the issues. Three types of injustice motivated a program of reparation for black America. Slavery, the nearly century-long Jim Crow regime following Reconstruction, and ongoing discrimination. An inauguration of a reparations program on behalf of black Americans preferably will be undertaken via legislative action at the federal level rather than by judicial fiat. Logistical issues addressed in the article include determination of the magnitude of the reparations bill and the criteria to be used to identify those eligible to receive reparations. The present-day value of a 40 acres and a mule can provide the foundation for the calculations of the magnitude of the reparations owed to black Americans. So there is a debt. Now, I know some people be like, brother, how Tim? You know what I'm saying? We can't constantly talk about that because they ain't going never. They ain't going never. Listen, family, let me say this to you. As a group, sometimes we get and this is why I started on the first part about spirituality. Sometimes we get so spiritually wrapped up in some bullshit that we miss any opportunities that are presented for us. Let me get to my chat because I'm about to piss some of y'all off. Right? Because I'm about to piss some of y'all off here, right? We get so spiritual that we apply our spiritual beliefs and our spiritual systems to everyone. And we expect that everyone operates under those same rules. Now, I am going to find a quote in the next couple of weeks while I'm going through this book, because it's 15 hours long because I'm listening to the book. But it's a quote in the book that I think is very pertinent for us. Because what we have is we are at war. You know what I'm saying? We're at war. And a war can't just be won on the battlefield. A war is never just won on the battlefield. It's the strategies off the field of war that plays a more important part. Because while you got those fighting on the battlefield, you got to have people that are in support of those troops that are on the field. And if any part of that support of those troops that's on the field is compromised, then your troops on the field will suffer a great disadvantage to those that they are fighting. So when you fight a war, you understand that there's a multi-pronged strategy. There's an economic strategy, there's a political strategy, there's a social strategy. You know what I'm saying? You look at all areas of life, war is going on in all areas of life. And whenever you are doing that, you have to be wise enough to step back and be like, cool, well, I might be on the front lines, but they do such and such, and stop worrying about them. One of the stories I told the children was a story about the stomach and its members. And basically the breakdown of the stomach, the breakdown of the story is that all the body parts got upset because the stomach was the one that received the food. And they all felt that they should receive the food. So they decided as a body, they shut the stomach out and said they wasn't going to do shit until the food was equally given to everybody. But they didn't understand the role of the stomach. And in shutting down and not communicating and not talking to the stomach and shutting the stomach out, the whole body eventually died. And that's what we do a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? The stomach digests the food and distributes what it digests to the rest of the body. But since the eyes didn't really understand this, the eyes stopped doing their job because they like, I should get the food. And the nose, I should get the food. When it's the stomach that is designed to receive the food, break it down and share it with the rest of the body. Some of us, we get in these situations. So let me go back and read some of these comics here real quick. Yeah, and Christine's Sister CeeLo corrected me. I didn't say number 4, appropriate movement. And I apologize for that. Appropriate movement. You got to get up. You got to get up and you got to move. Speak the truth to the elders and the young black youths, from Brother Dale. CeeLo say like yoga. Proper preparedness prevents poor performance at all times. Christine throw a hashay. Shouts out to Miss Vanessa Lynn. Waving back at you, girl. Waving back at you. I got that lemon, lime, and ginger up in here right now. I'm going to have probably maybe about 2 gallons of that. Because I found my equipment. Let me go over here and make sure nobody's speaking to me on Spreaker. Remember, family's lines are open. Let me throw that up in the chat so that everybody can call in if they want to call in. We're about to do this toast real quick. Call in after the toast and we can have a conversation. I'm going to break down some of the proverbs that I didn't. Call in number 614-556-4535. Family, realize that I'm gonna be out here. I ain't gonna be able. Ooh, it went out. Oh, but it didn't go to Facebook. I don't understand. That's a first. All right. So what I do is I got a shortcut for that one. I'm gonna put it on here on the journey. No, I go to my Spreaker. No, not to my Spreaker. I'll go to my Hootsuite and I post it up on the Hootsuite. Because it's sweet. see here. Boom. Call in number. Open at 614-556-4535. Boom. It's up on that one. And I also need to go over here to my Facebook. Hold on. Uber conference is up. I want to make sure my phone lines is open. And I need to go back. Okay. Well, let me check. Maybe we're not streaming on Facebook. Can y'all see me on Facebook? Can y'all see me out there? Am I up? Well, I guess if I'm not up, you wouldn't be able to respond, right? That was stupid. That was a stupid question. I'm going to find where I'm streaming live, and I'll put it up there so that y'all can go on and tune in. Let's see. Click on that. See what happens. Who's sad? Somebody put their... Oh, hold on. Oh, God, that's where all the comments are. Great. I want the ambrosia that you have and will be available. No, not today. Now, let me tell you about this ambrosia. I have to let it sit and I have to let it breathe, because if I don't and I'm sending it out too early, it'll blow up. Unless you drinking it all right away, no safety, as well as my sanity. All right? Because I've lost many bottles. 4535. Wow. There we go. Oh, it did. I am confused. I don't know how this works. All right. Sorry, family. So all of this stuff is not popping up. Yes, I can see you. Okay, cool. Allende is up. What's up, Allende? Are you ready for the day, my friend? Okay, all of them showing up now. Wow. So we are up on YouTube. We on 2 channels on YouTube. We on Periscope as well. So family, let's get it. All right, here we go. I'm going to drink my water. So while I'm drinking my water, I am going to play a small commercial.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. Connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to success. I pledge all these things first to myself, to teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitation. Peace.
This one has been up here for about 3 days. Uh-oh, I got a text. I got a question. Can you hear it? Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it on Spreaker? Y'all hear it? See, it's half SCOBY that's forming. So we got SCOBYs, family. So those of you that want to learn how to ferment or to brew, depending on what style you want to do. Now, the difference between a fermenter is a fermenter. I'm a fermenter. I don't boil. I don't boil my tea. I let my tea and connect them with the tea bags. Shaka brews. Shaka's a brewer, and we have a couple other brewers within the community. Okay, I understand. I'll be traveling for 3 weeks for work. 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to put you a special order together, because I just want to make sure you got what you need. I will have a gallon. I can put you together a gallon of original, but you're going to have, because lemon ginger won't be ready for about another 3 days. And like I said, because I'm like, yo, she said, wow. See, and you don't have to fear about that, sister, because we make this ourselves. The next step is buying a beehive. Like I said, we have, for me, this is a staple. And it's still talking. We have a staple. We know how to make this. The only thing I need now, I need a piece of land with water rights, where I go and get our own water, have our own beehive set up. You know what I'm saying? And eventually maybe find some place where I could go and get some green tea where we growing that shit, right? And to the end. You know, but I can't remember where I was going. But anyway, don't worry about it. So here we go. We're about to toast. I finished the water. And we're about to salute our ancestors. Hopefully everybody that's listening have given me the list of your ancestors. If they are not on the list, by all means, you could go and type them in right now, so that I can go and salute your ancestors as well. You know what I'm saying? Because for us in Gye-Nyame, it is very important that we celebrate our ancestors. Hell for Africa not to forget any of those that were major factors in our lives. We want to keep our ancestors' memories alive, and by our example and our motto, our children will do the same for us. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I'm saying? That's that pass on the culture thing. That's that secret. You know, that's what those secret societies is passing on and protecting the culture, right? Have we set up an engine to protect our culture? Regardless of what happened, they're learning a language that is theirs, right? That's theirs. So they'll be able to talk in front of people about certain things that we are discussing and describing that other people will not be able to understand. Why? Because Gye-Nyame journey is conspiring for our future. And I would advise you to start conspiring for your future. Right? Planning, getting it together, building it up on your, you know what I'm saying, with your family and your tribe, with your ancestors. What are some of the lessons that they passed on to you that you could codify and you could start eliminating? And you and our children, we will be able to develop our family 2.0 and 3.0 and 4.0 rather than moving back. You know what I'm saying? It's degrading. And what we have to do is we have to go and look at the code of our culture. Start learning the code of our culture and start writing and filling in the holes, because the program is not working right. When our kids, when our kids know, they know Cardi B. They know the name Malcolm X, or they know the name Martin Luther King, but do they really know? Have you really invested in saying this is why our heroes are being humanized? And what do I mean by that? Not humanized, universalized. They were fighting for the rights of all people. And we got to be clear that they were fighting for the rights of black people. Now, what happened for other people was an added benefit, but we have to be very clear about that. And for some reason, we get uncomfortable about that. If you talk to black people, they be uncomfortable about being black and shit. You know what I'm saying? Be like, damn, why you feel you got to apologize for being who the fuck you are? Another story I told the kids is about the crow and the raven. Check out the story. The crow wanted to be the raven, because the raven, you know what I'm saying, was looked upon by everybody as blessed. But the crow, who looks almost exactly like the raven, was looked at as a curse, was looked at as a thief, was looked at as in all types of negative ways. And the crow internalized this and decided that rather than be a crow, he was going to strive to be a raven. But we all know how that would turn out, right? Because a crow can't be a raven, because a crow is a crow. The crow became ashamed of being a crow. So when he talked to other birds and they say, you a crow, he's like, I'm not a crow, I'm a raven. I'm not a crow. I'm a bird like all of you. We all are birds. We are I'm a bird, but I'm a sparrow, nigga. What's up? Well, I'm a bird. I belong to the bird species. Well, I'm proud of being a sparrow. A sparrow is a type of bird. And I have certain sparrow needs, and I have a certain sparrow drive. And the crow is like, well, we all. Nah, dog. We got to understand. Stop playing these games. And stop allowing people to play the games with you. Dude, if you're not black, I can't fuck with you. You're confused. You're dangerous. And we have to start being honest about this. These type of individuals are dangerous. Why? Because they allow or they spread a virus of discontent. Discontent for who you are. Shame for who you are. Do you not understand the power in the history of your own bloodline for you to still be standing here with a goddamn electronic device in your pocket that you can communicate all over the continental United States for free and broadcast your image to the world? Do you not understand the hardship that your particular line had to go through in order for you to even be positioned where you are today? And now you want to give all that away and just become a universal human? What in the blazes is wrong with you? When you come from the strongest of people, the most beautiful, oh my God, listen, we don't, and I get kind of excited about this because I'm seeing, and because where my children are is not my children's fault. It's our fault because we fell for the con. And what's the con? That we all are just humans. We're specific types of humans that was put on the planet for a specific reason. Nature does not create differences within species just because nature's like fucking with people. Nature creates differences so that the overall group can totally survive, because it's the differences that make it possible for us to move and to survive on this planet. Some of us could take heat better. Some of us could take cold better. Some of us could take certain viruses better than others. So if one group is wiped out, we all don't have to leave here. So it's good to embrace the differences. I'm not saying you got to go out there and tout them and downgrade other people, but I'm talking about feeling comfortable enough with you. And not be like that goddamn crow in the story, in the Aesop's fable, where you're not trying to be you. So that means that you will give up all that you are so that you can be something else, and then you will promote that something else that in the end is not good for your future generations. You know what they call that? That's called treason. Now, let me tell you the rule of gangsters. In every gangster movie, and I want you to go back, you look at them yourself. What happens when a traitor goes to another gang and gives information about that gang that he traded from to that gang, to the enemy? What happens to him? What is the rule? Because it's not just movie shit. Do you know what my responsibility is to a traitor after I get done using them? What is it? Somebody. Let me see. Somebody out there got to know. What is my responsibility? If I'm running Gye-Nyame, and Gye-Nyame is at war with another crew, Gye-Nyame is at war with another group, and I get a traitor that comes over to me and be like, yo, man, I can give you all the information about them, blah, 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 blah. What is my responsibility to them if I win the battle with the information that they gave me? What is my requirement? What is my cultural appropriate response to this individual And why? Because I want y'all to see what happens when you play the universal game and you become a traitor and you commit treason against your people, because I need to show you what happens to those that do that. I know somebody out there got to know. I'm running my mouth. Let me see. Ain't my family out there? Anybody know? Am I still on Facebook? Am I still on YouTube? Am I still up? Have I been blocked yet? Well, I ain't said nothing super offensive yet, I guess. I don't know. Come on. What is my responsibility? I don't see nobody on Spreaker. I guess I'm talking to myself, which is cool. I've been doing that for years. All right. So let me tell you what the responsibility is. After the battle is over, I have to help my new friend join his crew. It's the rule. It's the rule. I have to set an example for all those that are in my ranks, for all those that's in my family, for all those that's in my tribe, to let them know what happens to traitors. I have to execute you publicly, so that all can see what happens to a traitor. Check the gangster movies. Check some of the war movies. Hell, check how America is dealing with some of the Iraqis that they were supposed to take care of after the war. Yeah, some of them made it through, sneaking out. Some, but let's really look at it. Let's think about it. I know a lot of y'all don't think like that. You don't think, you ain't going that deep, right? You know what I'm saying? But I have to go that deep because I'm thinking that big. Thinking that big. I mean, a lot of people wonder, well, brother, how can you work with such and such, or how can you do, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking bigger, because I understand what we up against. I'm seeing the numbers. I'm reading the stories. My elders have ingrained in me a responsibility to think. I have a responsibility. I take it very seriously. Very. Willing not only to live for it, but I'm willing to lay down my life for it. And I know a lot of people don't love nothing like that, right? There's very few things that you would love like that. Right? I deserve that the children that I bore and the children that I have taken responsibility for are worth it. And I believe that any deity that will condemn me for some of the shit that I may have to do is not worthy of worship. I'm just being honest with you. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I read the same Bible that a lot of y'all read, and I got some, maybe I'm twisted, but David was a gangster. Right? And I see a lot of people skip over that shit. David was a gangster. Right? You look at a lot of those motherfuckers, when you reading in them scriptures, I want you to look at how many people had to be sacrificed and how. Hell, let's look at ancient Egypt, ancient Kemet. Right? Because a lot of us throw up Maya, but then how does Maya apply when we go to war? Come on now. Was Maya the universal principle, or was Maya the principle that was Kemetic? Applied to Kemetic people. And spread, if you accepted the way, you know what I'm saying, we could work with you. I wasn't forcing it on you because if you didn't practice it, it was something definite that was coming for you. Especially if you was coming towards my borders or my borders need to expand into your territory. Real life here, Gye-Nyame. Real life. Real talk. All right, so family, this is why I stay away from anything street related. Right? Because I'm looking at shit and I'm like, damn, y'all not playing the game to win. Y'all playing the game to stay in. And that's what we got to get out of too. If we going to be in this, we got to be playing to win. Nobody respect a motherfucker that's just on the court or on the field. People respect those motherfuckers that's playing to win. Even if the motherfucker lose the game, I might want to recruit you for my team. Because I seen the desire in you. I seen the rest of those people out there. Right? But I seen the desire in you. It's about playing to win. I don't want my future generations to. I want them to have a whole nother set of struggles. I don't want to pass on what I'm struggling with. I want to pass on different problems for them. Right? We need to pass on different problems. This shit right here in our lifetime, we need to solve. We're old. Right? And I know a lot of y'all be like, they ain't gonna never get. It ain't about what they fucking gonna give. It's about what we gonna take. It's about what, you know what I'm saying? And until we get into that mind state, we always gonna be fucked up. It's about what you gonna take. You give a fuck about your feelings because they don't care about your feelings. But hey, let me go and do this toast. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call the Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator, the first source, the first cause. Right? We lift up the glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move to the stars of the show. We move to our ancestral list. And like I said, if you want your ancestors on there, sign up for the Black Signal. 614-300-1875. Once again, 614-300-1875. Right? Text. That's a text number. Text in your information. Right? Boom. Brother Hatim, I want my ancestors on the list. I'll send you a form back. Bada bing, bada bow. You know what I'm saying? I bring you into this thing of ours, right? All right, so here we go. Saluting. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Texas Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Andy Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Barbara Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Normal X, Sapet Maya Ra, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marion Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Burford, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxton brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Tridd, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weatherby, the farmer, Agosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Bear, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, May Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Leon Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, W.D. Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrell, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Elion Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineau, Elder Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. We move to our pretty book. Delise Waters, Shelby McClendon, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Broadus, Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr., Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Morel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bet Vaughn, Lil Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staton, Joe Jamel Oz, Miss Vanilla, Albus Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon Bradley, Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, June Evans, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Bookie, yeah, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Jennifer Sissenbaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Nelon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFreitas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines. And we lift up our glass Let me make sure I ain't got no ancestors that was exercise class today. Yep. You clean up. I don't understand what you mean, Ayende. Lift up. We toast and we say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to the present moment. We are in the now. We are about to toast the now.
Damn, Ron, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
All right, family, we are in the now. Where all our power lies. So here we go. We are in the day of Kuumba. For those that don't speak the language, that's creativity. The meiotic principle of the day is order. Color is orange. Cause and effect is the Hermetic law. Male name, today is your day, Kwame. Female name, Ama. What's up, Ama? It's your day today. All right, here we go. Color is orange, as y'all see, right? Got on a Daily Toaster shirt. Orange. All right. African Centered Culture, Virtue, and Value System. This is pulled from the Emotional Emancipation Circle. In Wolof today, we're looking at Jup or Jub, good character, just, honest, righteous. Akan ethics, strong character. Oju Inu, insight, that's from Yoruba, right? And we need to monitor our emotions in these moments, right? We be going through, try to remember the chart the Elder Wakesa developed for us. It's called Cracking the Code. Crack the code, right? What are your emotions trying to tell you? We have peaceful, powerful, and joyful, right? But we also have mad, sad, and scared. What is the signal they're trying to give you? What are the questions that you need to ask? This is why we need to bring this brother back, because we need a full weekend retreat. We spend hours practicing and working on this, because a major issue in that 5 parts of our being, the intuition we could work on, the mental we could work on, the spiritual, we could work on, the physical. But the one thing that sticks out like a sore thumb is that emotional. This means I'm emotional. This finger right here. The emotional part of us, right here. This is the motion out the 5 fingers, you see? 5 fingers. That's the emotions. They stick out like a sore thumb. They prevent us from being able to move to the next level. So family, if you're emotional and your life has been torn up by your emotions, and you want to bring this finger down so that you can form a fist, so that we could punch through all of the shit that's holding us back. You understand what I'm saying? But if the emotions is up, it's hard to effectively be able to defend yourself or to even attack. Got to pull those emotions. I know it's hard, but we have to learn how to control our emotions and get all of our stuff working together so that we can either pick something up, move it to a next level, push, grab, punch through. All right. So we salute this moment and we say, Ashe. Now we move from there. We move to the future. We toast our children, our children's children, onto infinity. We toast them in advance. In advance. Okay? So we lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, we toast all of our relations. Toast it and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Of course. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? You ready? You sure? All right, from there, lift up my glass for you. This is that selfish toast. What is it that you need? We call our ancestors every day. You know what I'm saying? We talk to our ancestors on a daily basis. And the question is, what is it that you need? Right? And we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move. And we move from there. We go straight to you. I toast you. All of you that take the time, whether you're sitting here with me right now, all of you that take the time to call in, all of you that are, you know what I'm saying, that's in this struggle with me. I salute you, because you are the most powerful being in the room. most beautiful, powerful being in the room. Use that power effectively in the now. Activate your reticular formations, family. I want you to find Kaumba. We're on a Kaumba hunt today. Where's the creativity in our community? Where's it coming out? Highlight those organizations. Highlight those individuals that is practicing and living the principle of Kaumba. And with that, we say Ashe. 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 Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. I want to stay here and sip. If there's anybody want to call in and have a discussion about anything I spoke about or about these proverbs that I was supposed to go over, we can do that. Ooh. Woo. Woo. Damn. Pop my back. Man. Oh, girl, you ate so nicely. Lines are open, 614-556-4535. We have exercise class today from 12 to 1. This exercise in the dance and fashion hip-hop dance. So those of you that want to have fun and shed some pounds, adults, come on out. This ain't just...
This call is being recorded.
Somebody on the line. Who is this?
It's Sister Davina. What's going on with you?
I'm chilling, sitting up here sipping on this ambrosia.
Okay. Well, I got into the tune on the late side of the game, but did you talk about the movie today and the warrior training today?
Yep. As well as the workout piece.
Oh.
You said the movie.
Okay. Well,
what
I'll
movie?
see you up there because I'm getting myself together now.
You said the movie. What movie?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say movie. I meant to say the exercise thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then people need to be thinking of a movie in the meantime, though.
A movie that we want to see, family. Let's get it.
Because we got another one coming up soon, so.
Right.
I need to get something on the table. Okay, well, let me get ready then. I'll see you at the school.
All right. Family, I hope to see you the rest of you at the school.
Say what?
I was talking to everybody else. Brother Ayenda, you say you clean up. I don't understand what that means. I'm gonna iron my shirt, iron my pants, and I gotta go all the way up north first before I come down. So I'll be there. And by the way, some of the warriors are already over there because we have some that are going to be moving up in rank, so we want to get them prepared. Kwanzaa's coming up, so we got to get ready for that. So if there's nobody else calling in, family, I'm going to sip my ambrosia and go off into the sunset. Hot damn. You should be making this at home. Hot damn. Great Kuumba to each and every last one of you. I need to remind you that you are now sitting in the presence of the congregation of the mighty, and hopefully you are one of us. And let you know that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simba production, and we just did another Daily Toast. I don't even know what number this is. And we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Ready for this warrior training. We'll be there till about 6 p.m. I'm out.